If you think like this, you'll never be wealthy. Have you ever stopped and looked around at people who seem to work harder than anyone else? Yet they are constantly struggling just to make ends meet. Think about it for a second. From the time we were kids, we were fed the same script: study hard, get a good job, work day and night, and then finally you'll be rich. But if that were actually true, every construction worker, every teacher, and every nurse would be a multi-millionaire by now. The math just doesn't add up. The truth is, the world is split into two very distinct groups: those who work for money, and those who make money work for them. The difference between these two groups isn't luck, it's not even IQ, it's the operating system running in their minds. Today, we are going to tear down that old system. We are going to look at the secrets schools purposely keep from you because the system was designed to produce employees, not commanders. By the time this video ends, you will understand the wealthy mindset better than people who have been in the workforce for 30 years. If you're tired of playing by the old, broken rules and you're ready for the real ones, do me a small favor, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us keep bringing you this raw, unfiltered financial truth. Now, let's get into the first big secret. Part 1. Money is a tool, not a destination. Most people view money as a goal. They think, if I just had $1 million, I'd be happy. To the wealthy, money isn't the goal. Money is a tool. Think of it like a hammer. If a hammer is just sitting in a toolbox, it's useless. Its real value is in what it can build. Wealthy people look at every single dollar as an economic soldier. Their only mission is to send those soldiers out into the world to capture more soldiers and bring them back home. When you buy expensive shoes or luxury meals that you can't actually afford, you are essentially killing your soldiers. You're turning your capital into dead expenses. On the other hand, the wealthy are obsessed with keeping their soldiers alive and working. They are willing to live simply for a few years so their capital can eventually cover their lifestyle costs forever. If you want to be wealthy, you have to stop seeing money as something to spend and start seeing it as an employee that works 24/7 without ever needing a coffee break. Part 2. The trap of assets vs. liabilities. This brings us to the biggest distinction in finance: assets versus liabilities. In school, they might give you a complex accounting definition, but in the real world, it's much simpler. An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Most of the middle class spends their entire lives buying liabilities that they think are assets. The biggest example: your home. Unless you are renting out rooms, your house is a liability. Every month, it takes money out of your pocket for taxes, maintenance, and interest. The wealthy focus 100% of their energy on acquiring true assets, things like rental properties, stocks, businesses, and intellectual property. They only buy the toys, the cars, the watches, the vacations, when their assets are profitable enough to pay for them automatically. If you want a luxury car, don't work harder at your job. Build a business or an investment that buys the car for you. That is the difference between looking rich and actually being wealthy. Part 3. The danger of trading time for money. Another massive shift is how the wealthy view time. The average person trades their time for money. This is the most dangerous trade you can ever make because time is the only resource you can never get back. You only have 24 hours in a day. If your income is tied to your hours, your income has a ceiling. You can only work so much before you burn out. Wealthy people have figured out how to decouple their income from their time. They use leverage. Leverage can be other people's time, employees, other people's money, bank loans, or, in today's world, digital leverage software or content. Think about the video you're watching right now. I recorded it once, but thousands of people can watch it at the same time. While I sleep, this content is working for me. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. It sounds harsh, but it's the reality of the system we live in. Part 4. The education trap. We've all been told that a degree is the only way to get a safe job. But the wealthy know a secret: formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. The most successful people in the world are obsessed with learning, but not in the way school teaches. They learn high-income skills: sales, marketing, leadership, and risk management. The market doesn't care about your diploma. It only cares about the value you provide. If you solve a $10 million problem, you get paid $10 million. Stop waiting for your boss to give you a raise. Invest in yourself. Buy the books, take the courses, and attend the seminars. Your bank account will never grow beyond your level of knowledge. You are your own greatest asset, so start acting like it. Part 5. Mastering Risk. This is where most people stop. Most people are so afraid of losing money that they play the safe game. They keep their money in a savings account where inflation eats it alive every single year. Wealthy people see playing it safe as the biggest risk of all. They view inflation as a hidden tax that punishes savers. Instead of running away from risk, they learn to manage it. They aren't gamblers. They take calculated risks. They do the research, and even when they're afraid, they move forward. They know that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it. When a wealthy person loses money on a business, they don't see it as a loss. They see it as tuition paid to the school of life. If you aren't prepared to fail, you aren't prepared to be wealthy. Part 6. The Tax Roadmap. For most people, taxes are an unavoidable deduction that disappears from their paycheck before they even see it. But for the wealthy, the tax code is actually a roadmap of government incentives. The government wants people to provide housing and create jobs. Because of this, they offer massive tax breaks to people who own rental properties and businesses. The wealthy align their interests with what the government wants so they can keep more of what they earn. They aren't breaking the law. They are simply playing the game by the rules written for the players, not the spectators. The velocity of money. Wealthy people keep their money moving. This is called the velocity of money. They take the profits from one asset and immediately plow them into the next. They don't let their soldiers sit around doing nothing. This creates a snowball effect of wealth that becomes unstoppable. School doesn't teach you this because the economy relies on workers who don't understand these rules. But you don't have to be a victim of that system. You can stop being a consumer and start being a producer. Changing your mindset is the hardest work you'll ever do, but it's the price of freedom. Conclusion: your move. If you've watched this far, it means you have that hunger inside you. Don't let this be just another video you forget 10 minutes from now. Choose one of the points we covered today and start acting on it this week. Start a side hustle, buy a book, or just look at where your soldiers are being wasted. The system was built for you to work for money, but it's up to you to build a life where money works for you. I have a blunt question for you. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Still in the same race, selling your freedom for a few dollars? Or will you be the person who took control? Remember, being wealthy isn't a miracle. It's a decision. It starts the day you decide to stop being a consumer and start being a producer. Most people will make excuses. They'll say they don't have enough money or they don't have the right luck. But the small amount of time or money you have right now is the foundation of everything. Save those soldiers. Don't spend them on things that don't matter. Send them out to build your empire. Being wealthy gives you something more important than a bank balance. It gives you choices. When money works for you, you have time for your family, your hobbies, and your happiness. That is real freedom. If you learned something new today, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend who needs to hear this. And in the comments, tell me one step you're going to take this week to put your money to work. One small move can change the entire direction of your life. The system wants you to be an employee, but you have the power to become an owner. Change your mindset, change your habits, and watch the world change for you. Thanks for watching. Keep learning, keep growing, and believe in yourself. We'll see you in the next video with another secret to your success. Peace.